You finally log into the Disney Cruise app, tap on Port Adventures, and suddenly you're staring at an endless, fast-scrolling list of tropical excursions. As you look at the prices, you realize these optional add-ons can quickly double the total cost of an already premium Disney vacation. Most first-timers overspend right here because they are terrified of making a mistake, missing the ship, or ruining a once-in-a-lifetime family trip. The entire port planning process really boils down to one central trade-off: risk versus premium pricing. You have two distinct paths to choose between. You can book everything directly through Disney, which means high costs but very low stress, or take the DIY approach, booking independently for much lower costs, but taking on higher stress. Paying the Disney markup is essentially buying an insurance policy for your anxiety, but smart planners know exactly when to buy that insurance and when to keep the money in their pocket. Let's start with Castaway Cay, Disney's private island. This is the baseline port where the default free experience actually outshines most of the paid upgrades. The first major advantage is logistical. The ship docks directly at the pier, so you can walk right off. There's no wasting time waiting for small tender boats to ferry you to shore. Once you're on the island, you have access to included amenities like beach chairs, towels, and most importantly, lunch. Cookie's Barbecue is already covered by your initial cruise fare. The main drawback to this setup is crowd density. The family beaches hit peak capacity and become severely crowded by 11 in the morning. If you're looking for quiet, Serenity Bay is the free solution. It offers upgraded food and peace, but the trade-off is strict. Everyone must be 18 or older, and you'll be separated from the main kids' clubs. If you are going to spend money on the island, the Stingray Adventure is the primary upgrade worth considering. Let's look at the return on investment. It runs $44 per adult and cuts into your beach time. However, it provides a highly controlled, beginner-friendly wildlife encounter right off the shore. Castaway Cay is the ultimate save port. Your fare covers a premium beach day, making expensive excursions unnecessary unless you are checking off a specific bucket list item. Nassau is a different story. This is the port where anxious travelers most frequently overpay for underwhelming ship-led tours. Instead of booking an expensive ship-sponsored beach excursion, the budget-conscious alternative is simply catching a 10-minute independent cab ride to Junkanoo Beach. A chair rental here costs only $5 to $10. The trade-off is that it operates like a standard public beach, completely lacking that Disney-level polish. For lunch, bypass the tourist traps near the port and head over to the Arawat Cay Fish Fry. You can get incredible, authentic Bahamian food for $20 to $30 total, but you have to be willing to walk outside the immediate comfort zone of the tourist bubble. Then there's the massive popularity of the Atlantis Water Park excursion. You can bypass the Disney markup on this entirely. By purchasing a day pass directly through their website, you get the same experience at a significantly lower rate. The catch is, you assume the risk of arranging your own taxi back to the ship. Nassau rewards travelers willing to step outside the structured Disney environment and manage their own transit to reduce costs. We can apply this independent booking strategy to other common stops like Cozumel and St. Thomas, where you can secure premium beach club access for a fraction of the cruise line's price. Places like Megan's Bay or Mr. Sancho's offer stunning ocean views for anywhere from $5 to $50, provided you handle the pre-planning and hire a local cab. Grand Cayman, however, requires a different calculus, specifically when looking at the famous Stingray City excursion. This world-class wildlife encounter runs about $45 to $55 per person, but crucially, it requires taking a secondary boat ride far away from the cruise port. Because these specific wildlife destinations involve multi-step transit away from where your ship is anchored, time management becomes the critical variable in ensuring you make it back before departure. Ultimately, every port day comes down to a strategic showdown, staying securely inside the Disney bubble versus going rogue. The exact value of booking through Disney is that it requires absolutely zero logistical planning from you, and it includes the ironclad guarantee that the ship will wait if your tour runs late. The true cost of that guarantee is a 30 to 50% price markup, plus the reality that you'll be traveling in a slow-moving herd of 50 or more people. Booking independently guarantees massive financial savings and gives you the power to dictate your own private or small group schedule, but you face a hard cutoff risk. If your local cab hits traffic, the ship will leave without you. The choice isn't about which tour is subjectively better. It's about whether you prioritize having complete control over your schedule or paying extra to mitigate all transit risk. This matrix compares booking Disney versus going independent, using the 45-minute rule. If an activity requires traveling over 45 minutes away, the Disney Premium is worth the safety guarantee. Conversely, for a local beach 10 minutes away, go independent to save the markup. If you're an anxious first-timer, stick to the first column. Pay the Disney Premium and treat it as a necessary insurance policy so you can actually relax and enjoy your trip. If you're a budget optimizer, stick to the second column. Skip the Nassau ship excursions entirely, take a cheap cab to Arawak Cay, and save your budget for Castaway Cay's Stingray adventure. At My Disney Brain, we look at every element of a Disney vacation through this practical lens, making sure your plans align with your actual priorities. Managing these logistics, transport risks, and time limits across 4 different ports can be stressful without a centralized system to prevent mistakes. That's why I put together the Disney Cruise Handbook. It's a complete port-by-port excursion guide designed to instantly save you hundreds of dollars in marked-up fees while keeping your schedule airtight. A well-planned cruise protects both your wallet and your vacation magic. Head to mydisneybrain.com to grab your copy and subscribe for more insights to build your perfect trip.